YOTV. YOTV.
Yes! Sunny Bonani! And welcome to Pambili Thursday right here on SABC 1, the show where we plug you with a career that you might want to go into in the future. So for the next 60 minutes, uzobuhleli nami uphumla wakacele intombi yomzulu. Anyazi nani ukuthi ngikaze ngahamba ngedwa. Ngiphethe the Queen of Talk yona yodwa, uKat Ngqala. And before we even get into it, bafethu, ngifuna ukutshela ukuthi on the 11th of November, uPresident Cyril Ramaphosa took to the podium to announce asitshele kabanzi ngokuthi inhlelo ze-COVID-19 zihamba kanjani. Qede lapho wasicela as South Africans to embark on 5 days of mourning for labantu abalahlekelwe impilo zabo due to i-COVID-19 nange-gender-based violence and femicide. Manje lezi insuku ziqalile ngomhla ka-25 November izolo zizoze ziphele ngesonto mhla ka-29 November.
Yes, Pumla, definitely. And as you guys know, Uguti, yesterday actually marked the first day of the 16 days of violence against gender-based violence. Yes. So obviously, you know that it's a whole campaign that runs for 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. And we do really encourage everyone to actually hop onto this campaign and be part of it because, Ruri, guys, your voice definitely does matter.
And today is actually a Thursday, Career Thursday, guys. Uyazi ukuthi sidume ngokunplaga ngama-careers engingase ngifuna ukwenza ngaphambilini. So today we are talking about the career of a media buyer. And basically, siphethe umuntu ozositshela kabanzi ukuthi yini lento lena, mekuthi wena ngaphambilini ufuna ungena kuyona.
Definitely, Pumla. Did you know how Shaba TV or fela? Then but the ad break, those adverts do not come just in JJ out of nowhere. There's actually a whole thought process that actually goes behind what adverts will play when.
But mina into engiyaziyo ukuthi ama-adverts awaveli kuphela ku-TV ngoba khona i-print media nama-billboards.
Definitely, guys. But make sure when you do hop onto the conversation, as you know, what would be a YOTV what would be a show without you guys making sure that you send in your comments as well as your tweets. So Facebook at YOTV, Twitter is at YOTV Live. And our question of the day is, when you guys see an advert playing on TV, do you skip? Do you go to the next channel, or do you stay and watch the advert? Let us know. Hit us up at Konamanja, guys. Things are getting heated, so I think it's time that we start the show in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
YOTV. YOTV. Come on, hey. YOTV.
Yes, guys, this is an official welcome to Pambili Thursday right here on SABC 1. We ask now ukuthi sihlale simplaga ngama-careers, and today is no different. Manje mewukuthi wena uyayibuka-ke iPhambili Thursday la every single Thursday at 3:30. Uyazi ukuthi a couple months back kwakhona uLuyanda noSibusiso wayesitshela kabanzi about i-copywriting ukuthi konke lokho kuya kanjani. Namhlanje siphethe omunye umuntu, guys, ozositshela kabanzi nge-media buyer because yonke leyo creativity siyayibona ku-TV. Obviously khona umuntu oyi-organizayo, so sifuna ukubona ukuthi kwenzeka kanjani lapho.
Definitely, and like Pumla said, when you've been interested in saying, man, I wonder how maybe I have a brand of something and I actually wanted to be on TV. Okay, you want to be the person that actually owns those spaces and wants to sell them out, then this is the show for you. Or if you're just interested, man, how come when YOTV goes on an ad break, this specific advert plays? Is it planned, or do they just roll out adverts that they have for the day? So this is definitely the show for you. So stay tuned, and we also have an awesome person in studio. Kamalake is Sister Liwe. Yeneke, she's gonna tell us everything that we need to know about media buying.
And Kat, just a quick one.
Okay.
Yeah, you book adverts.
I do. Honestly, I do. I really do, because there's always specials. That's what you miss.
Okay, I see. But Yazutin, aslethele umuntu ozos-educate abantu.
All right, see.
Yes, please join us, Sister Liwe.
Woo!
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
And she's putting her little contribution into the little ngwana.
Yeah.
So if you're just like, what is that box written ngwana? Well, what it is, first and foremost, is our little contribution to any charity, to a specific charity at the end of the season. So each and every single guest that walks through that door, when I get, they have to just pop in a little contribution, and then all proceeds will go to a charity.
But yazo Tin Cats,
Yebo.
let's get into it, yabo.
Yes.
Sazi kabanzi ngeke
Just like that.
logo. So welcome to YOTV Sister Liwe.
Thank you so much.
We are so happy to have you here because we're going to a quick ad break. What happens there? Like kwenzakalani kahle kahle?
Yeah.
So before we even get into it, la YOTV sidume ngoku-initiate ama-guest dates.
Yes.
So
Okay.
nje sokubuza imbuzo. This one is called quick fire. You have 30 seconds to answer these questions as fast as you can. I hope you're ready. Okay,
have a
so
choice.
so I hope the clock is in.
All right,
Okay.
and in 3, 2, 1, as this shit.
Print radio or print media?
Print radio.
Okay. Traditional advertising or social media?
Traditional.
E-books or hard copy?
Hey?
E-books or hard copy?
Hard copy for sure.
Planning or implementing?
Implementing. Oh.
Are you an early bird or night owl?
A bit of both.
Newspaper or social media?
Social media.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
What's your favorite season?
Spring. And time is
But you got 9 out of 10.
not
right?
bad, not
Yeah.
too shabby, if you ask me. Sister Liwe, first and foremost, thank you so much for actually coming through on the show. We want to know whom are you, where do you come from, and lastly, Gay, what do you do?
Okay, so you know I'm Deliwe. I come originally from Davao. Now I live in Joburg. I work around here. That's why I'm here. And I work as a media planner, well, strategic planner.
Okay.
But that is, it's a lot of buying actually. The end product of what I do is to buy. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So,
Okay, could you tell us what a media buyer is and what is media buying?
okay, so a media buyer, I'll have to start. I'm just thinking about how,
Yeah.
you know, how to explain it. I just want to start it from the beginning.
Okay.
So we have a media buying agency, right?
Okay.
In the media buying agency, there is a planner, well, a strategist, a planner, and a buyer. So a strategist will think about the ideas, you know, like what do we do? What's the, you know, what exactly is it that the client wants to achieve? And then after thinking about that, then the planner will say, okay, so we're going to put one spot on your TV, one spot on whatever. And then the buyer will actually purchase. So then the buyer will talk to you guys and say, hey, not you guys exactly, because you're the talent.
Okay.
So somebody here at SABC, and then they'll say, guys, yeah, we want to buy this spot and that spot and that spot. So that's what a media buyer does.
All right. It sounds kind of interesting, I must say, and there's a lot of, complex things that actually go into it, which we will discuss later on in the show. But I want to know, what exactly attracted you to this field? Because it's so specific.
Yeah, it is specific. To be honest, I didn't know about it. That's why I came here. I was like, I want so many other people to know.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just marketing and that's it. Like, there's so much more. So I didn't know about it. And then I just got a job at one of the radio stations. And they had affiliations with one of the media owners, which works obviously with media. You know, it's the equivalent of SABC. They work with media buyers as well. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. So they told me about this field, and I was like, I actually like that. And I went for it. What made me go for it was the fact that it wasn't about radio. Because I was working at a radio station. So it was radio, print, everything. So I was going to learn about every medium there is.
Okay.
And that's why I wanted to join that. Yeah.
So did you do something to prepare for it in terms of a course or anything? Or Jay?
Yeah, okay, so I actually did, but you
Really?
don't have to.
Oh.
It's one of those industries that you can actually learn on the job, you know, which is quite cool. But I did. I went to an advertising school because I had no idea what was happening. So yeah, I got there at least a little bit enlightened. So yeah.
And how many years have you been in that industry?
Since 2005. So
When was that?
sorry, 15.
Oh, I was like, no, guys, 2005.
No, I was in
I-
grade 1, in primary school or something.
At that age.
Yeah, gosh.
Yeah. So it's been since 2015.
Since 2015, so it's 5 years now.
And what were you doing before that?
I was in school.
Yeah.
So I was in school, and then from school, I think I spent a year in the radio station I was talking about,
Okay.
and then I joined.
Okay.
Alrighty, guys. Can I remind you, we're gonna head over to you guys to see what our friends Kuchai have to say. Go to a quick ad break, and we'll be back with some more YOTV. Let's go.
YOTV. Yo, YOTV. YOTV. YOTV.
The form of media that I consume or rather utilize is radio.
The form of multimedia that I mostly consume is television. I think I mostly do that because of its multimedia. It's a multimedia source. And compared to a print or newspaper or radio, it mostly gives a picture and it gives you a sound.
YOTV.
And welcome back to the 8th wonder of the world. It is YOTV Live, Konala SABC 1, Mzansi for show. Uyayazi ukuthi namhlanje ke is hashtag Phambili Thursdays because after all, forward is where you are going. Namhlanje, guys, we are on the topic and on the career of media buying. So when you are watching TV, your favorite show, which is YOTV, and then you go to an ad break, do you ever wonder, how do these ads actually, play? Like, is there a schedule? Do people buy them? And even in newspapers and magazine, you ask yourself the same thing. So we do have an awesome guest in studio, and she's telling us everything that we need to know about media buying. Pumla, keep her on that side.
Yazi ukuthini Kat, ngifuna bakhulume nathi ngoba siyathanda ukuzwa ukuthi nithini njengoba nihleli nisibuka. So go to our social media platforms and answer our question of the day, which is, do you watch adverts or do you switch channels during the ad break? So on Facebook, it's YOTV. Instagram and Twitter, it's YOTV Live. You can pop us an email at info@urbanbrew.co.za. But ukhathi njengoba deshilo sihleli nabantu abasifundisa kabanzi nge-media buying. So in terms of the whole thing of media buying,
Yes.
like I'm very, very interested, and I want to know, would you say that being a good media buyer, you would have to have good negotiation skills?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, our clients want everything for nothing, if I should put it like that. But I mean, the best thing to do is to negotiate in such a way that won't hurt the person you're negotiating with, but also won't hurt your client. It'll benefit your client. So
when it comes to management, is that also a skill that one would actually need to have, And what's the worst thing that could happen if one doesn't meet a deadline?
wow, that is it's a big one because I mean, you guys work with there's deadlines and all of that. I mean, with TV, for instance. You have to be, material has to be in by a certain time, by a certain number of days, so that they're able to load it and all of that. Because I mean, it's not like they're sitting there waiting for us to send these material, like the actual ad.
Yeah.
So we have to meet deadlines from the time when the client will approve to the time when we negotiate with you guys to the time when it actually goes live and everything is locked and loaded. So it actually takes quite a while, but we need to be able to manage expectations. That's the big thing.
Yeah. Okay, so in school, I learned that management and leadership are two different things. So in terms of my leadership skills, how would you say they're important in your line of work?
Well, I mean, you're a leader of whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
You, in my opinion, it's kind of similar. I mean, it's just like there's like a thin line somewhere.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You manage what you're working with. It's your responsibility. If it falls flat on its face, it's you. You know what I mean? It's we know who to blame. It's your responsibility. So yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and also in terms of, let's say, thinking out the box. Are you given something and they say, stick to it, do it, or you have to think out the box and be creative?
Well, that's my favorite part of the job.
Yeah.
There's two sides, right? There's a client that will come, because there's different clients out there. A client that will come and say, this is what I want. Don't add your flowers, don't add your colors, don't decorate it, it's fine. This is what I want it like this, finish it flower. And I don't like that part of life. But then there's a client that's going to say, go crazy. Just give us fresh ideas, new ideas.
Nice.
And that's where, I try to, I do my best.
Okay.
Sure, alrighty. Now what I want to know, what are some of the soft skills that one would actually need to go into the industry that you're in?
Well, I'd say you have to be a good negotiator, like you said.
Yeah.
A people's person also. I mean, that's just all the skills I can think of right now. You have to be good with numbers as well, because, you know, we're working with numbers and no client wants to pay a rand more than you said they need to pay. So, you know what I mean? So you have to be good with numbers, or, you know, just like quite a lot of things actually. And you also need to pay attention to detail, be that type of a person. So if you that type of a person in your own personal life, then you're going to be fine, because it's kind of in you now. So.
And do you also have to like be good at teamwork, or do you guys work alone?
Both. So you need to be able to work alone and in teams. I mean, like when I was in varsity, I remember we used to work a lot in teams, because they were like trying to get us to be able to work with others, you know, like when this one falls, we need to pick her up, and then, you know, because it's all of our heads on the block. So yeah, like you have to be able to do that, but a lot of the time you're working alone. So, you know, as I said, you need to be responsible for your own thing, but also you need to be able to work with others and hopefully not get them to hate you.
Definitely. Now, I'm sure you guys are asking, man, Mara, how much does it actually cost to advertise? Before we actually get into that, we're going to check out what our friends Kuchai actually have to say. This one is Kids Say, and we'll be right back. Let's go.
YOTV. YOTV.
What I love most about radio is the realistic aspect of radio broadcasting. Not that TV doesn't have that, but in terms of radio, you have news anchors, traffic reporters, financial, reporters, sports commentators, a lot of people that are involved within broadcasting, whereas radio gives me the realistic aspect to what's happening, as researchers are made thoroughly and information is given out at the sharp of an eye.
Comparatively, if you look at your radio or if you look at your print, your radio only gives you audio. You don't see the color, you don't see the image. The essence of information delivery and the essence of entertainment delivery could be done much more effectively through a TV, and I think that's why I mostly consume information from them.
YOTV.
Thank you so much to our MVP for making sure he definitely has a say. And you can also be like him by hopping onto the conversation on our social media platforms. Facebook, WhatsApp is at YOTV. Twitter and Instagram is at YOTV Live. Now, Upumla actually asked me earlier on, when I'm watching TV and then it goes to the ad break, do I skip the channel? Now, I answered, Pumla, it's your turn.
Oh,
I feel like you do skip the channel. I see it. I can literally see it right through you right now.
But no, man, I do watch other adverts, but if I maybe, I'm not the target market, yes. If I'm not the target market, I'm changing.
For that split second.
Yeah.
All right.
But actually, I can't ask Ikes if she changes, because she has to watch entire Lontuzila.
Oh, and how do you ever feel like when you are watching your ad replay?
Yeah.
Ever like, oh, okay.
That's me.
Or listening to it on radio?
Yeah, I get excited. I still do.
Yeah.
Today, and I get my family. I'm like, oh, I booked that.
Oh,
okay.
And they're like, yeah, we know. But yeah, I get excited.
Yeah. Also, what I want to know is, in terms of our roles of media buyer, could you like break them down for us? Career bazgabantu.
Okay, so our roles, we're media buyer. So I'm going to start by saying there's, like I said before, we see there's a media planner, a strategist, and a buyer. So with the buyer, it's very technical, it's very numbers driven, very numbers driven. And then with the planner, it's also numbers driven, but not as much. You're able to make, or you're kind of allowed to make a few mistakes. And yeah, so what you do as a planner is you literally plan which channel is suitable for which ad or which client, right? So, the target market, as you were saying. So you look at all of that, the target market, what the strategy is and all of that. And then the strategist is a person that thinks about the bigger picture, the person the ideas person. So those are the people that will, if you're creative, then that would be great for you. So you need to be creative in the strategy department more than anything. In the planning, you need to be particular, I'd say, pay attention to detail.
Yeah.
And then as a media buyer, you need to be good with negotiating, one. And then number two, you need to be good with numbers. So, yeah.
Okay. in terms of also analytical skills, abaleka nganani?
A lot actually, but those are the type of things that you can learn on the job.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's no like something there at school teaching you to analytical kanjani?
Well, of course, if you did go to eskoleni, like I did, I went to an advertising school before I came to the job. So they did teach you all of that. We had like, sessions and what do you call it? Like group work, assignments and all of that where we do strategize and they tell you where you went wrong. Your thinking, it's important also to have your own personal thinking. I mean, I remember when I was interviewing for my job, the biggest thing they wanted to know was how I think. So everybody is different in their own way. So I can't teach you how to analyze, but you have your own opinions, your own way of thinking, plus your background. Everything comes together in an idea. If you know what I mean, it depends on a person. So I think I can't really teach you that. It comes from the type of person that you are.
Oh, all right. See more about the world of media buying after the breaks. Don't go anyway. Ria Papatong, let's go.
Yo, TV. Yo, TV.
Yes, welcome back to YOTV right here on SABC1 Mzansi for sure, and thank you for choosing us as your #1 platform of entertainment this afternoon. Namhlanje we are looking at the world of media buyer. Mawukuthi buyicabanga le career, bufuna ukwazi ukuthi ungena kanjani kuyona, then you are tuned into the right channel. Uyazi ukuthi uhleli nami uphumla no Cat Ngcola siphethe ne guest yethu namhlanje usifundisa kabanzi ngale career kahle kahle. So Cat usiphatheleni.
All right, you guys, as you know, Lona, you definitely matter when it comes to the YOTV fam, because we do want to know what you guys are up to, and most importantly, what you guys actually think. Now, our question of the day, Namhlanje, is when you guys are watching a TV show, watching anything, and then it goes to the ad break, do you watch the ad break or do you actually skip the channel? Let us know. Hit us up. Our social media platforms, Facebook at YOTV, Twitter and Instagram is at YOTV Live. To use the hashtag Pambili Thursdays, because after all, forward is where we're going.
Yes.
Like that.
Okay, so you also mentioned Ilontuzane name. Media planning, like a media planner.
Yeah.
So in terms of ukuthi leyo nto iyini, cela usichazele kabanzi.
Okay, so this industry is very simple in that a buyer is literally like literally that they do that, they buy, they negotiate and then they buy. A planner is a person who will put, so we have like a schedule, and then we'll say on Monday to Friday we're going to do just TV, and then on weekends we're going to do radio, and then on a certain day. So a planner will slot everything in so that when a client is looking at it and they want to watch their own ads, which they always do. I mean, I would too if I was a client.
Yeah.
So if a client is looking at the plan, they're able to see where exactly at 3:30 on a Thursday, this is where my ad will be. So I'm going to be watching SABC1 on Thursday. You know what I mean? So it's that type of thing. That's what a planner does. They literally plan in that way. So you can see.
Now get to the clients. Why does time actually matter? Like, why does Cat's advert have to play? And let's say I'm the client. Why does it have to play at 5? Like, why can't you just play it at 8 if you feel like it?
Well, it depends on your target market again. When I was in advertising school, every time the lecturer would ask a question, and I try to answer it smart, like a smart answer, and they'd be like, no, that's incorrect. Every single answer to the questions that I give you is, it depends on the objective. It depends on the objective. It depends on the target market. So I was like, it's so boring. So in any case, in this case as well, it depends on the target market. So if the target market is somebody that is watching TV during the day and not necessarily at night, because the research would have been done to see who is this person that we're targeting. If they're watching TV, the YOTV type of people watching during the day, then that's who we're targeting. That's why it's going to be at 3 or at 4 or whatever. And if it's somebody that is kind of a night person, they went to work during the day, coming back, they're usually watching TV at this time, so we'll put it at 6 or something like that.
And you also talked about e-advertising school. So how long was that course in terms of doing it?
It wasn't very long for me. It was 6 months.
Okay.
But I found people there that were there for like 3 years.
Really?
So it's like
a degree proper, like
oh
3
yeah,
years.
it
Really?
can be. Mine was a certificate.
Okay.
But there's people that go to have their diplomas or degrees. Yeah.
Is there like something available in that field in like varsity?
Well, I went to varsity and I did, like BA communications. I thought
yeah.
that would have
Yes.
what this, but it didn't. A friend of mine went
How?
to university as well, did marketing and advertising, media, something like that in another university. And also it didn't have any of the stuff that we do.
Sure.
So, this is why a lot of people don't really know about our industry because you go to university, they teach you about marketing. Yeah, the marketing that we think, the common thing that we know about marketing, that's what they teach
The
you.
4 Ps.
Right?
What is it? What is it?
Price,
product, place, and promotion.
promotion.
Hey,
There's a fifth one, actually, you know that.
The fifth one.
There is a
about
fifth one. I just forgot, but I didn't.
No, guys, there's not a
didn't
fifth one.
know.
Actually, there's
No.
7. There's also people. There's also physical environment. There's a lot.
Physical environment was the fifth one.
No, but there's 7.
Okay, so they keep adding them, I guess. Every year there's a new P.
Yes, literally. So now, for our friends at home at a high school level, how best would you advise them to actually prepare if they want to get into this field? Like, what subjects should they take?
I would say, best thing about South African high school is that you just should take maths you can't dodge maths. So maths is one of the things. English, just so you can, communicate properly. But maths is a big one because you need to be good with numbers. If you like accounting as well. But I mean, it's like whatever. You can choose anything you want.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, I did maths and science in high school, and now that I think about it, I didn't really have to.
Yeah.
But I did it anyway. So you can do whatever you want, really. As long as you got your numbers, your solve for X's are good, then you're good to go.
But Kat, you know that YOTV is all about the games, and we have a new one. So, Gail,
Nebo.
let's prepare, guys.
All right, this one, okay, is called Decode the Word. So we're going to put a word up on the screen, right? Decode it, obviously. And now you need to put it together. Ready?
I'm so bad at that type of game.
We're going to give you clues.
You have to make it work.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Tenga. Let me think.
It's a person who represents someone.
It's like mixed up.
It
So
starts with an A. It's literally back. It's like,
spell it backwards.
just spell it backwards because it's not even like.
Spell it backwards.
Yeah, spell it from this
like
side.
read from,
I can see the word already.
read from right to left. Okay, Askis Udwele next.
It just doesn't make sense in my mind. Wow.
It's how we put things into categories.
How we put things into categories.
You know when you're looking for a job, you go to the newspaper at the back. The job.
I have the word, but I can't even.
Aww.
Sorry,
That's
guys.
C. Next.
Oh my God, guys. Come on.
Okay,
Now
now
we're
we
gonna
play another round. You know what?
Lead.
Redeem yourself.
Yeah, because it's
Guys, can I have a different game?
No, have a different
you
game.
have to crack this one.
Practice one. Are you ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Wow. Retain.
It's that thing right at the end of a job.
Right at the end of the
Like
job.
if you don't meet it, then it's gonna be trouble. Like if I give you something to submit, I say I am handing over a
deadline.
Yes.
Deadline.
What? There's a T
What
there.
is a T?
Skip.
And
This one?
endorse.
When you promote.
Yeah, it is. What you did?
Flat.
When everything is the same price.
Flat rate.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, Sana. cheese. I'm joking. It's not Parmesan.
Wow.
Guys,
How people feel about something.
Well, that's a clue.
First in, first out impressions.
Oh.
No, man, guys,
Impressions, how people feel about something.
Yeah, your impression of something.
Yeah,
Like I understand where
got
you're
a
coming
lot
from.
of
Like, Nami no cats, we were struggling. Uguti.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, no,
There.
I think I got like a 2 there.
tricky.
But right
Mara.
now we are going to a music video. So I'm banning dance lapani corner.
Yo, YOTV. YOTV.
Welcome back, Fantasy. You're still watching YOTV Live, Kanala SABC 1 Mzansi 4 show. Namhlanje, guys, we are talking about media buying. So if you have ever been interested in this career, then this is definitely the show for you. Pumla, don't tag that side.
Yazukuthini Kat, ngifuna ukubuza ama viewers ethu ukuthi, do you guys watch adverts or do you skip mese kudlala ama adverts? So you can answer us on our social media platforms. So on Facebook it's YOTV, Instagram and Twitter it's YOTV Live. You can pop us an email at info@urbanbrew.co.za. But yazukuthini sihleli nosisdeliwe and usitshela kabanzi about media buying. So what I want to know sisdeliwe is in terms of ama adverts, how do the program slots work?
Okay, so the media owner will tell us, what's available. And yeah, so it's usually like there were times back in the day when clients used to advertise a lot when they'd actually get full and you can't get in because there's just so many advertisers. Each media owner decides if there's like maybe six clients in maybe one show,
Yeah.
or they decide based on what they their own thing. So what we do is just take the lead from that. So we know that there's this many slots available and then we can place our ad there.
Sure. What happens if a client wants to buy a slot, but the advert doesn't really go with the messaging of the program?
Well, we try by all means to advise clients, but remember I said there are clients that are like this, this is what I want, that's it. There's no, don't put your things in there, this is exactly what I want. And then there's clients that will allow us to, lead them, to advise them. But as a media buyer, as a media planner, it's my job to advise client and to try and convince them that, what, this is not going to work for you because the messaging doesn't go with what you're selling. So, that's what happens. We try to advise them. Sometimes we win, most times we win, but sometimes,
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay, so you know that e-advertising isn't only on TV, so also ama catalogs, like Sabona, advertiser, they high. So in terms of ama catalogs, if they are more out there in the community, does that somehow mean that advertising is going well?
Yeah, I mean, for the particular newspaper,
Yeah.
I think that's a very good indication that they're doing well.
Yeah.
So if they don't have a lot of adverts, if a newspaper doesn't have a lot, it shows that they're struggling and they might need to shut down, which a lot of newspapers did actually shut down. The newspapers that we knew, but
Yeah.
it's it's sad. I want everything to work well because I'm in this industry, so if
Yeah.
we have a lot of those, then we're good.
Cool.
And also, let's say there are a lot of things out there, but people aren't looking at them. So do you guys take that into consideration?
We do actually, but when you buy print, right? So that this newspaper has this many print runs. If they have 30,000 copies, rough estimation, really, literally, it could be anything from 10,000 to 120,000 copies. So if it's 30,000 copies, we know that chances are this many people will read it, will actually open it and look at the catalog that we're putting in there, or what I mean. So we kind of know the risk that we're taking when we put our ads in there. Even with TV, we know some of you guys skip our ads. We know that, but we also know that others don't. So we can't plan according to that. We do take it into consideration that it does happen, but we hope for the best.
And please actually chat to us about tracking and what tracking actually is.
So with tracking, it's different for every medium. You know, for print, you obviously have like a test sheet. You know, you just want to see if it actually it was on the newspaper. That's as much tracking as you can do. You can't actually track if the person did look at, you know what I mean? And then with radio, the tracking is like a recording, because also we can't really, I mean, there was a radio thing happening behind, you know, like wherever you were, but you were not listening to the actual ad, or you were not listening gahle, you know what I mean? You were just like, whatever. It was just like white noise for you. So we don't know that part, but we do know that, you know, this is the recording, it did air, so that's as much tracking as we can do on radio. And then on TV, we can track, so there's this thing we call impressions. So they're able to tell us how many people were watching. There's a way that media owners check such things. So TV is actually very trackable, you know what I mean? So that's why a lot of clients love TV. So, yeah.
Okay, in terms of social media, would you say that has like played a huge role in advertising?
Oh yeah, for sure. So social media actually, you know, earlier you asked me social media or traditional.
Yeah.
So I was like traditional because I'm in the traditional space, but with social media, it played a huge role in such a way that a lot of clients feel like if they are on social media, that's okay. But I know one very big client, not my client, but you know, some client. They cancelled all media, then they went on social media and it fell flat. The campaign fell, and that's because, you know, they had to. Social media works well when you mix it with others, you know, with traditional as well, because a lot of people like to see like something in different points. You know, you see a billboard, and then you see like a newspaper ad, and then you hear it on radio, and then you see it on TV again.
Like you're like, oh.
Yeah, and then you see it on your social media, you click and you're like, okay, let's go through to the website. So, you know what I mean? It's not like, I don't think it's advisable to make it stand on its own, but it also depends on the objective and the client.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, YOTV is all about the combos, so we are about to play a game. But on social media platforms, so go to our social media. Our question for today is, do you watch my adverts or do you switch the channel? So go there, or to Facebook, or to Instagram. So on Facebook, it's YOTV. Instagram and Twitter, it's YOTV Live. You can pop us an email at info@urbanbrew.co.za. So go there, ukhulume nathi. Manje cats, let's get into this game.
Yeah. So, all right, so our second game for the day, this one is called crosswords, right? So we've given you a clue. Very nice of us. And I'm going to give you like a term, and then you have to guess the word and write it. Are you ready?
A term.
Like, yeah, I'm going to give you a term.
Can you give me an example?
I'll try. Okay. But it's easy. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. You may stand, take your pen, and get into action. All right, the first one is teach and.
Teach and?
If I teach you, you're going to
learn.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, you can write
That's
down.
right.
Okay.
Across.
Oh, okay.
The L is already there. So.
That's right. That's right. All right, the second one is to raise or lift to a higher position.
Elevate.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, on a.
All right, the third one is a synonym of a winner. Synonym of a winner.
Victor.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. All right. To participate with others.
To participate with others, to work together with others, to participate.
Up and on Instagram, they have a something rate to see how well your posts are doing.
A what?
A rate. I can't say the word, but that's.
Okay, then.
Can we skip this one? We'll go back
Your time is up and it was engaged.
Oh.
Engagement.
Oh my gosh.
But you got 3 correct. Not too bad. So
Yeah.
for the last time, I think I can say that's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh wow.
You guys, we're gonna go over to a quick music video, and we'll be back after this. Let's go.
YOTV. YOTV.
Yes, sesibuyele guys, and you're tuned into Phambili Thursday right here on SABC 1. Where
Where were you? Where?
But do not worry because sisaqhubeka sifunda kabanzi about media, ama-media buyers. So sihleli nosisteliwe la usitshengisa kabanzi, usifundisa kabanzi about the career. So now you can be part of the conversation on our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's YOTV. Instagram and Twitter, it's YOTV Live. You can pop us an email at info@urbanbrew.co.za or answer a question here of the day. When a guy's missing Burama adverts, do you guys change them or niyashala niwabuke ni engage phela nawo ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi phela bawenzela ukuthi niwabuke. So sihlelo sisdeliwe lana, and we are learning in terms of what I want to know in terms of this whole industry and stuff is e-media buying. Would you say there's a lot of opportunities in South Africa for it?
You know what, like any other industry today, you know, considering the pandemic and all of that, it's a bit, I don't want to say it's difficult, but it became difficult to come in, you know, in any industry, I think. So, but with that being said, I think there's always opportunities, there's always space for a lot of young minds. I would encourage every young person. I mean, in this day and age, you can't say this is where I want to go because, you know, there's a lot of room for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a big, small industry. I like to call it that. But I think there's always room for more people, more young people, you know, like new, fresh minds. Somebody who's going to come in and just take over, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely. Do you think that we actually had enough media buyers in South Africa?
I wouldn't say enough. I also wouldn't say too little.
Okay.
But I think, you know, you get what I'm saying. So like,
Yeah.
I think there's room, man. You know, there's definitely room for everyone in anyone that wants to come in. You just have to come in with, you know, your own talent and your own specialness. So yeah, I'd say, I mean, I wouldn't say there's enough, but yeah, so there's definitely room.
Yeah, but are they also like, are my internships available or are my summer jobs?
Yeah, absolutely. Internships, definitely, because I know I was, you know, an intern.
Nice.
Twice, actually. Not a good thing. But yeah, I got in the industry through an internship. So I think internships are the best way to come in because that's where we see you and, you know, you give us what you got. You know, we can see your mind and all of that. So some of the things that we can't learn about people through an interview because it's just so short. We can learn in an internship.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sister Liwe, we thank you so much for actually coming throughout to the show and teaching us more about what exactly media buying is. And I'm sure our friends at home are just like, no man, we want to be media buyers. So thank you so much for actually coming through. Thank you. And I was saying thank you, good night, and we will see you next week. Let's go.
Thank you for having me.